So with just about everything online having become so accessible and so transactional, it means ensuring that we're clued up about the various schemes and scams that are out there, and in order to keep ourselves and our money safe. And lucky for us, SABRIC, the South African Banking Risk Information Centre, makes it their mission to inform us about all these tried and tested scams so that we don't become another statistic. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you very much. Well, thank you.
Good. So, I'm sad to say I have been scammed online. In my mission to get my summer body going, I ordered this tea. It's like a slimming tea. Anyway, it cost like $60 and it never arrived. And then 2 weeks later, I saw a tweet saying that it was a scam. So yeah, I've been scammed online. But it shows that the percentages have decreased in terms of people who are getting scammed online because they've become more aware, but people are still falling prey. Why?
Absolutely. I think instinctively people are always out there for a bargain, and I think criminals are aware of this. They exploit that situation and obviously prey on that using particular scam techniques to ensure that, that the victims they're dealing with feel comfortable dealing with them, thinking that they're dealing with a real McCoy.
Yeah.
And in fact, they are eventually, those duped victims are eventually defrauded.
Right.
Similar to what you've just said.
Yeah. So how is SABRIC hoping to influence this space and transform the space?
Well, through the repositioning that we've recently been, I think we need to accept that criminal syndicates continuously adjust their tactics. To their advantage, especially in where there's a lot of change and innovation happening. There's always a gap or two that they identify. But having said that, I think SABRIC with the banks, with our banks and partners, are equally responsive in terms of and agile in addressing these crime types, particularly efficiently and effectively.
Yeah.
To ensure that these things don't happen.
Yeah. Now, if something looks too good to be true, it usually is, right? So what are the big signs that we need to look out for as consumers?
Well, I suppose the first thing that springs to mind is probably investment opportunities where the returns are absolutely
ridiculous.
Unreal.
Yeah.
That's one of them. I think most of us have experienced the SMSs where we've won prizes that we've never entered.
Yes.
And I think these are warning signs that one should not ignore and probably disregard them totally.
Disregard them completely. And also, you obviously get those long letters. I think everyone's gotten this letter where somebody says they've got millions of dollars that they want to leave to you because they've got nobody else to inherit it. I mean, why is that even still happening?
Yes, long-lost relatives that you are unaware of. And most of them are not in the country, they're abroad. And the opportunity is usually paid in dollars or pounds and so forth. So it seems a huge amount and quite lucrative. But again, these are things that are already warning signs that one should be ignoring.
Right. And what should you never do online?
Well, firstly, I think obviously your personal information is something that you should not be revealing because people can assume your identity, acquire retail accounts, bank accounts. They can impersonate you for that matter. Get into your bank account, and for that matter, also transact on your bank account. So
Wow.
These are the issues
Wow.
that we should be seriously looking at.
And I'm sure a lot of people are asking, well, when you say personal information, do you mean my name? Or because maybe people are thinking, what about that one time I filled in my information? Is it just don't give your ID, don't give your address?
Well, I think what's important is that one should be careful who you reveal this information to.
Yeah.
You also need to understand that there's a lot of marketing being done out there. Which requires you to provide certain detail,
Yes.
but make sure that what you're providing to is in fact
A certified site.
Correct.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for informing us today. I think it's a really important conversation that we can't get enough of.
It's a pleasure.
So, did you know that social engineering is a form of manipulation used by criminals to trick their victims into giving up confidential information like their banking details? Well, tune in next week as SABRIC Head of Service Delivery, Kevin, explains how to avoid this type of scam so you're not just another statistic.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are SABRIC.